Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Katamari Forever. I kind of feel like I've been playing Katamari Forever. We're on episode 19 already. I'm Dylan, I'm your host, and today we're heading over here to the cousin stand because I received a request to play as Beyond. So let's go ahead and find Beyond, the banana-shaped cousin. There he is. Guess not so much a banana as a bowling pin or something. Guess it's beyond all comprehension, and we have done some really weird things to our cousin here with the presents we chose last time, so let's maybe tone it down a little. Gotta say, I'm liking this toucan mask, though. And actually, you know what? I wouldn't change a thing. This cousin is just perfect the way it is. So let's take Beyond and head over to the Robo King's Cosmos, where we are going to be playing a bonus stage. I feel it's time we play Make a Star Race. Make the Katamari as large as possible to make a planet. That's what we do every day, but we're doing it here in a faster fashion than ever before because this is the race stage. But the Robo King is feeling a sense of depression. He cannot move, cannot talk. He needs a holiday, and I agree. Let's take a day off from playing the regular Katamari Forever stages and play one of these bonus stages, which, in all honesty, is not really that much stranger than any of the normal stages. There's not a lot distinguishing a normal stage from a bonus stage in terms of gameplay, since so many of the stages are so unique. But this is one of the more unique ones, and I know I say that about all of them. This is the race stage, of course. And on the race stage, you race. And when you're in a race, you can't stop. We have 6 minutes to make a Katamari that is 5 meters in size. I happen to know that 6 minutes is more than enough more than enough time to reach that size. So, 3, 2, 1, let's roll. Go. Okay, so here on the race stage, we are racing, which means we cannot stop the Katamari. The Katamari is moving at full speed at all times, and the only thing we can do is steer it. We can't accelerate past the speed that it's already at. We can't slow down. And it's important to note, you cannot use the quick turnaround. You can't do the move where the cousin jumps around to the back of the Katamari and that becomes the front, or rather jump around to the front of the Katamari and that becomes the back. So the only way to change direction is by spinning all the way around. So you've got to be very careful how you steer. It's a lot like driving a car. There's no cheating when you're driving a car. You've just got to turn, and you got to give yourself plenty of time, plenty of room to make your turns. And you can't slow down, just like a real car, maybe a bus. But we've got 2 cousins here, as well as a royal present to get, and we still have 5 minutes on the clock to do so. We're currently at 1 meter, 61 centimeters. Right now, picking up just small things scattered around the race course here, helmets and such. But we should be getting up to larger objects before too much longer. I'm going to hit the stands here, see if we can't roll up some of these people. Might be a little early for that, but there's some... Yeah, okay, we can roll up some people. Took the help of those clay figurines to get there, and now I'm going to swoop around here, try to roll up these barrels, and yeah, we got those tire barrels. So, we're up to a decent size now that I feel comfortable turning around and taking this race backward. Because by going backward, we're going to be able to crash ourselves into the other racers and roll them up. Yeah, okay, so we've gotten several of those. Among these racers is our first cousin. We should be coming across him before too much longer. And there he is. We might not be able to snag him now. Okay, we did. We got drive. I was about to say, if we don't get him this time, we'll just be able to catch him on his next lap. Since we are going opposite directions, it won't take much longer to run into him again. I jumped up there and grabbed that Robo King's heart, so we're now pulling in things that are adjacent to us, which is pretty useful here. The thing I like most about this stage is that the way I typically play this game is very methodical. I always know what direction I'm headed, and then I almost always know like what my next move will be after that. But when you're playing this stage, it's entirely reaction based. Excuse me. Yeah, all I'm doing is steering. I'm not controlling my speed. I'm limited in the number of directions I can go, so I'm just waiting for things to appear in front of me, and I'm reacting to them in order to roll them up or to get out of the way. It's a very different approach. But the goal is still the same. We're still trying to get as big as fast as we can, and I think we got to our goal incredibly quickly because we're now over 5 meters, but we still have 3 minutes on the clock. I'm not sure exactly what the developers were thinking when they gave this stage such a small goal and such a long time limit, because this one is not terribly difficult. But we have another cousin to get. We just rolled up Shy, actually, but that's not the cousin we're looking for. We previously got him on the Mercury stage. We're looking for Fujio there. Something I rolled up looks ready to erupt. Yes, Fujio, the volcano-themed cousin. One of the originals, I believe. Oh, and speaking of which, this stage is original to the game We Love Katamari, which is interesting because the majority of the stages in the King's Cosmos so far have been from We Love Katamari, so I'm used to seeing them in black and white, and yet here we're playing one, or well, grayscale I should say, but here we are playing one in full brilliant color, and it's good to see it that way. And you may remember, though, that we have seen this place before. This is the same setting as the cow and bear level, which we previously saw in black and white, but now we're seeing the same racetrack. Not only in full color, but also looking a lot smaller, because we're at a size right now that's much more difficult to attain on the cow and bear level than it is here. But I only want to get bigger at this point, because we still have 1 full minute on the clock, and I know I can do much better than 10 meters here. I know that I can roll up just about all of the things on this stage before the time rolls out, or before the time runs out, if I play well. And we still, of course, have our royal present to obtain. It happens to be atop that long ship over there, that oil tanker, I believe it is. So, once we get back around that way, we're going to hop up there and get our royal present if we can. And we didn't get it, so what I'm going to do is crash into the boat here and use that to slow us down enough to turn around. And, come on, there it is, the royal present. So, that's 2 cousins down, 1 royal present down, nothing left to do but get large, so let's do it. Yeah, something cool about this is the racetrack layout, combined with the fact you're always moving, kind of forces you into going in a circular pattern around the stage, either clockwise or counterclockwise, doesn't matter. And there are like 3 concentric tracks on the stage you can take. There's the main racetrack, which I'm on right now, and that's where we rolled up Drive, the first cousin. There's this inner track here, which is where we rolled up Fujio, and then out in the water is the 3rd and outermost track, which is where we got the royal present. So in order to get all of the stages, or all of the things on the stage, you have to take advantage of all 3 tracks, and I think that's pretty cool. So 20 seconds left. I don't think that this is going to be a perfect score, but I think it's still going to be one I'm happy with. Like I said, I consider this one of the easier stages in the game. Nice, we just got that mansion, so that pushes up to 20 meters, getting a little bit closer to that perfect score, but yeah, as you can see, most of the objects here on the stage are completely gone, but you can wipe it even cleaner than this if you're a little bit faster than I was. But no matter, I think we did quite well nonetheless. Robo Rainbow! But that's just my opinion. The only opinion that counts is the Robo King's. So I'm interested in seeing what he thinks of this star. This star that's currently covering half of his face. He was walking by the racetrack today when he stepped on a guy with a pointy hat. I wonder if that was Fujio. Fujio's head is pretty pointy. Don't think it's a hat though. Yes, like I said, 22 meters in 2 minutes and 39 seconds. I don't think that there's a shooting star available on this stage, but if there was, I think we would have smashed it. That's jet speed size. It's pretty fast and pretty big. Yeah, this is a speed-themed stage, but we're still being measured in meters here, and not in kilometers per hour. Sports, plants, and wheels mostly. It looked like over 1,000 objects. I didn't catch the exact number there. Naturally, picking up sports things on a racetrack makes sense to me. 90 points. Okay, well, that's pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. It's better than the majority of our scores. Like I said, a perfect score, well, not a perfect score, but rather a 100 score is something that's fairly feasible on this stage. But 90 is pretty good as well. I'll live with that. And there's our royal present. Guess what it is? And in addition to that, there is Fujio. How disturbing. I like his little dance there, kicking his legs out. And next to him, we have the cousin, Drive. Drive, shaped like a car. Interesting thing about Drive, I mentioned that there was no gameplay difference. between each of the cousins, and that's true for the main game, but there's this game over minigame. I'll have to show this off at some point. I haven't gotten a game over yet, but if I ever do, you'll see this minigame that happens when you get a game over. But Drive has a unique advantage in the game over minigame, so I don't know if I'll ever get the chance to show that off. Maybe if I'm game overing on a certain stage later on, and there is a certain stage where I think it's possible that I'll be game overing, maybe I'll use Drive on that stage so I can show off what I'm talking about. But in the meantime, we are only doing the race stage, which is not an easy one to get a game over on. So with that, well, actually before I sign off, let's go try out that new present of ours, throw that on Beyond and see what it is, since we couldn't really tell from the results screen. I believe it's in this track. And is that it? No, that's the bikini. I like how the bikini looks on Beyond, though. That's pretty fantastic with the grass skirt. Yeah, I'm always happy to see how the various presents change from cousin to cousin. It's surprising how many unique designs there are. Oh yeah, and here it is, the Horsey. Not quite as cool as the ducky from the original game, but I quite like it. I like the fake little legs dangling over the saddle there. It's a nice touch. But anyway, we've got our Horsey. So with that, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you next time.